So I'm just going to run through appointment notifications. So these are SMS messages that are sent to customers when they book or before their appointment, etc. In your control panel, if you open up your store and go to SMS, there's a few standard ones at the top. So you've got missed appointments, so you can actually click and put a message in there if a patient doesn't turn up. So if they're DNA, when they're marked as DNA in the appointment book, this message will automatically be sent. If you leave that blank, nothing's going to be sent. You can also put an appointment information. So effectively, once we move on to appointments in a minute, you've got many different appointment types: contact lens, eye test, MEX. This message, you can choose to send this message on booking of each of those appointments. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then lastly, you've got a Google review. If you set up a Google business profile and you've got a link, you can send that to customers, and whatever you put in there will be sent to them after a site test handover. So effectively, whatever you put in there, every time you do a handover on a patient, it's going to send that to the patient. Actually, it will send it in the evening as well, so it's like maybe 5-6 o'clock. Once we close, it will send them that, and they can click the link and leave your review on your Google page. Nice and easy, hey? So back to the appointment info one first. Whatever you put there will be sent. Appointments, we've got all our appointment types here: MEX, queues, etc. And there's a column called info, and at the moment this says active. That means the fact that it is active, it means it will send that information text to that appointment type. For example, it could be instructions on how to find you or extra services that they might want to upgrade to, and you might want to send that to site test patients, MEX patients, etc. But you probably don't want to send it to somebody who's got fields booked in, etc. So you've got the option to turn it on per appointment or off. Nice and easy. What you can then do is you can create a customer appointment SMSs. Basically use the add button at the top, and I'm going to show you an example of one we send to customers about the OCT machine. The search box will narrow them down, obviously. And what we've done here, we've created a message with the title OCT. Think long and hard about your title, because once you create it, the patient doesn't see the title. Once you create it and start linking it to appointments, you can't change that. So give it a title. In the message here, we're effectively saying, look, you can upgrade to this OCT, etc. Here's a link, click it, etc. And we're going to send that to the patient as a notification here. When do we want it to be sent? You've got the option of sending it when they book, so it will go at the same time as the booking one. It will go the night before their appointment, morning, or evening after, as in after they've had the site test. So that might be useful for feedback and things like that. In this case, though, we're sending it in the morning, and obviously it's active. So we've got a SMS message about the OCT, set as a notification, and it's supposed to go on the morning of their appointment. So they might have booked a week ago, they'll have got the confirmation text. Now they're going to get, on the morning of their appointment, effectively an upsell on the OCT. So all you do from the appointments tab then is let's see if we can just try to narrow it down here. So say I want to send that to all my private patients. All I do is click this notification tab here, little pen and notepad, and then I can add that OCT to that. If I then look back at my private eye appointment, I've added that OCT text. So when that patient books in, they'll get all the normal stuff, the booking confirmation, info if you've sent it, they'll get a reminder the night before, but now we've added this SMS, they're going to get on the morning of their eye test an SMS notification. Okay, you can add as many as those as you want. For example, on our MEX, we have one that asks for their NHS number, and actually I've set two, because I've set in my SMS box NHS number. I've set one that goes on booking, and I've set another one that goes on the morning, and then in that appointment type there, I've added both of them. So that patient will get a notification to bring their NHS number when they book, and then they'll get a reminder on the day of the appointment to do that. You can set up as many as those as you want. So something else we can use the SMS section for is we can set up manual text messages. So maybe, for example, you want to send the patient some dry eye advice. Okay, dry eye, the link that the patient's going to receive to then click on to go to your web page or a PDF or whatever you want. Message type here though is advice, and that's specific to this one because it's patient advice and it's going to put it in a certain section, so we'll set it as advice. The automation here is manual, so it only fires when you press a button. Okay, and I will quickly just show you where this lands. Under the communication tab, and if we look, what did we say it was? Dry eye information. There you go. So here we've got that dry eye button. So the fact that you've set it up in your control panel as an SMS dry eye, it then appears in this section here. So when I then click that dry eye, it will populate my SMS command, and I can click send and send it to the patient, and that's going to instantly send that message. So that's really useful for lots of advice ones. We've also set it up for our drops that we give to the patients. We've also added a Google review in there, post-cataract advice, the fact that we want them to bring the number, etc. Also any drops that we recommend, we've put them in as those as well. So nice and useful to be able to add this detail quickly to the patients. As ever, a lot to digest there, but as ever, if you've got any queries or if you've got any suggestions or any bugs, pop them in the forum and we'll get on them for you. But thanks for listening, guys.